This kind of manipulation will make you feel guilty for not doing all of the things that the management team or the company force you to do. If I don't have a salary raise, even though I've asked for one for the last 2 years, and you are giving me a 70 euro gift card for Christmas, it's literally not doing anything for me. And at the same time, it's more frustrating when they are basically telling you that the promotion is an opportunity for you to become better. And the salary raise is not something that they can't do at the moment, but they will promise you that you'll receive a salary raise eventually. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cornelia and I usually post videos about subjects that interest me. And they are usually within the realm of lifestyle, how to become better, how to have a happy life, and at the same time, because I work with talent acquisition, I like teaching you guys how to build your CV, what to say, not to say in job interviews, how to respond to different interview questions, and so on. And in fact, in today's video, I wanted to speak about 6 signs that you normally can't spot in a company, but that can tell you that the environment that you are working in is very toxic. And of course, there are a lot of signs that you can spot, like bad manager, or you are working with aggressive people at work or people that scream at you, or maybe there are a lot of layoffs, there is mobbing at work, a lot of gossip. Of course, these are things that everyone can spot. But the signs that I will speak about are, let's say, something that company basically manipulates you into thinking that will be better for you, you will be working for a greater cause, and at the same time, you'll be helping your team. So yeah, this kind of manipulation will make you feel guilty for not doing all of the things that the management team or the company force you to do that are not really in your day-to-day duties. The first thing is that they dress overwork into a common effort or your effort for a greater cause or for helping the company, for helping the team achieving their objectives. The thing is that overwork is not something that should happen in a company. It can happen when you have a tight deadline, or maybe you have a project that you need to go live or to deliver, and you haven't planned the time that good, or maybe you are too optimistic, so you need to work overtime. But all of this should be exceptions to the normal work time that you have, not a regularity. In my opinion, when these things happen, the manager should be honest with you and tell you about this. But there are a lot of cases when managers or, the company representatives are dressing this into working towards a common goal or achieving this important thing for the company, for the team. I've said this before, companies are not your friends, your managers are not your friends, and maybe your coworkers can become your friends eventually. But yeah, all the representatives of the company are not interested in your well-being, are interested in the profit that they can make from your work. Another situation that is related to this one is when an employee is working faster than the average employee or the average colleagues in that specific team. And because of that, they will receive more work because, of course, they can do a big volume of work in the same time. And the managers usually dress this into helping the team and helping the team greater results. That specific employee, it's not their responsibility to drag the team results with his additional work that he's putting in. And yeah, I hate it when managers are literally gaslighting you into thinking that if you are working more, your team will have greater results at the end of the day, because this is really not the employee's responsibility to do this if they are a fast worker. The second thing that it can happen that can show you that you are in a toxic environment is when the manager or the representatives of the company are making you do extra things that are totally different from your expertise or from your day-to-day responsibilities. And they are dressing this into your way to improve or your way to grow. So during your time at work, you will encounter a lot of opportunities or a lot of challenges, and this will make you grow or gain new skills that you can use in different situations that can occur in the future. The problem here is when they make you do things that are not in your expertise, just because they don't want to hire a professional to do that, and they are dressing this into this great opportunity to develop yourself or to develop some professional skills. Managers or your superiors should ask you to do extra stuff that are related to your work, like mentoring junior colleagues or do shadowings with them, held some trainings for your colleagues if you have some expertise that they don't have. Things like that, these are important and are related to your day-to-day activities. You work, for example, as a lawyer, and the company is telling you to design the page of the law firm that you are working at. What's this? It's not like you've done a UI UX course to do this. It's not in your day-to-day responsibilities. And on top of it, dressing like an opportunity for you to grow, this is really bad and really toxic. This is really bad. The third thing is when they organize extra activities or team building activities in your personal time, not in your normal working schedule, in your personal time, and at the same time, they push you into going and doing them. Where managers organize these activities like drinking, going out, doing, I don't know what team building activity in your personal time, and then make you feel obligated to do it when in fact you are not obligated to do it, especially in your personal time. I have a lot of times where instead of doing this, I just wanted to stay at home and chill, or maybe spend the time with my friends or with my family and not spending the time, my personal time, doing a random activity with my colleagues and manager that I've already saw for 8 hours in a specific day. And also, another thing that pissed me off is that these activities usually are in the evening of a work day. After you stay a long time after work doing that specific activity, the next day they expect from you to be a performant employee, even though you are tired from the other night staying and doing that team building activity, or I don't know, staying and drinking up late because it was a drinking night with your colleagues. The fourth thing is kind of cliche, but is really telling, in my opinion, is a lack of communication, or the fact that communication is not really valued in a specific company. I encountered a lot of examples where basically people were kept in the dark about the company financials or about the company performance overall, and they were just out of nowhere received an email with layoffs, even though they thought that the company was doing great. Or another time, I basically have a group of stakeholders for a certain project, and I speak with them a specific thing, and after that they are doing the opposite thing because they didn't understand the process. Or other occasions where I basically invite interviewers to assess the candidates in terms of technical skills or hard skills for the specific job that they are going to be hired, and they don't really know the job description or don't know the requirements that it will be necessary for that specific job, even though they've worked in that job before or they are working at the moment. So yeah, the lack of communication, or when companies are not encouraging this open communication between different departments, between different parties, is awful, and it really tells you that that working place is toxic, because the lack of communication leads to a lot of problems that can transform into big and serious issues for the company. Another toxic trait of a work environment or a company is when they don't adjust the salaries to the inflation rate, or when they promote you but they don't give you a salary raise. For the first case, just think about a person that got hired in the beginning of 2020 and had the same salary in 2022 or 2023. Basically, in terms of the inflation rate, because the inflation raised a lot in those years, that person would basically can't afford rent or buy groceries with the salary from 2020, even though you have average performances during the year, so you won't be, let's say, suited for a promotion or for a salary raise. They still should raise your salary so your salary can keep up with the inflation rate. And when companies are not doing this, it's kind of fishy. I understand that they want to reduce the cost, but at the same time, this is awful for the employee, and basically it forced their hand to change their job so their salaries can be in terms with the current market and current inflation rate. The second situation that I've mentioned is when they promote you, but they don't give you a salary raise. So basically, with a promotion, we'll have more responsibilities and more work to do, but you are going to do this all of the extra stuff on the same salary. No one should accept this. If you are promoted, you need to have a salary raise. And at the same time, it's more frustrating when they are basically telling you that the promotion is an opportunity for you to become better. And the salary raise is that something that they can't do at the moment, but they will promise you that you'll receive a salary raise eventually. You won't receive it, or maybe you will receive it after 1 year, 1 year and a half, but you won't receive it in the next few months. The last thing that really pisses me off and shows you that you are in a toxic work environment is when you are telling them your needs. For example, you want to work on a different project, you are going to burn out and you would like to have less responsibilities or a smaller volume of work, or you just need a raise, or maybe you would like to be promoted based on your extraordinary performances during the year. And the company is not doing this, but is doing small things and giving you these cheap fragments of happiness, like pizza day or pizza party, free lunches at work, fruits in the office, or a gift card for Christmas. These things are so cheap, and of course, that's why the companies are doing it, because they will basically show you that they are doing something for you, but the cost of doing that is a lot smaller than the cost that they will have to make your desires come true. The most frustrating thing is then that they can't do the thing that it needs to be done for your well-being at that specific job, but they are doing other things that you didn't even ask for, but they are just shove it in your face and make you be thankful for it. I mean, if I don't have a salary raise, even though I've asked for one for the last 2 years, and you are giving me a 70 euro gift card for Christmas, is literally not doing anything for me. And I find it, in fact, disrespectful when companies are doing this to their employees. So yeah, this would be my 6 signs that are not easily observable when you work in a certain environment, and that are really telling in assessing how toxic is your work environment. If you have other hidden signs, let's say, just let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and like this video if you of course like it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye!